Welcome to day 29 of our advent calendar. Let's see what we got today. My dad kicked me out and he will not let me move back in. What'd you do though? Just kidding. Just kidding. We're gonna read the story before we start judging. This story came October 28th, 2025. Okay, so first off, I do feel bad about complaining about all of this. I'm just a middle-class American teenager, but I'm 18, female, and a senior in high school. I have straight A's and a full ride to a university next year. It's not my dream school, but I know I'll end up going there because the economy is terrible, and while my parents are okay money-wise, free is free. Amen to that. My parents are divorced and remarried. My dad has been with my stepmom for a while, and my mom and stepdad have been together for about 5 years. A few months ago, I was diagnosed with a tick-borne disease and can't have red meat products. It's terrible, and I get so sick if I have anything. I miss steak. Okay, ticks, terrifying. I remember my stepsister had one on her head when we were kids, and so gross. But a few weeks ago, the night before a dance, my dad was making dinner. I was at his house on one of the days I normally wouldn't be because my mom was out of town and I don't like staying alone. He made my little brother's favorite meal that I didn't know had beef stock in it. Just to clarify, since I've never read the meal, I asked if it was okay to eat and he said yes. Later, when I got sick, he checked the recipe again and he felt terrible and admitted that there was beef stock in it and he forgot. That's obviously not his fault, but later when I was sick, we started fighting about the dance. I got super sick and I had to miss my senior fall dance, which I know isn't the end of the world, but it really felt like it was, and I got into a huge fight with my dad. Isn't that so funny looking back on your teenage years and you're like, no, it actually felt like if I was not at that party on Friday, the world's ending. My life is over, my social life is gone, my world is crumbling. I miss those days. I miss when that was like our biggest worry in life. If we get to go to the school dance on Friday. He called me spoiled and high maintenance. And I know I said things like I hate him and he doesn't care about me, and I left to stay with my mom. We had fought before and I had cooled off, and I went back to his house on my normal day, thinking that we would just apologize to another like normal. But when I got there, he told me that he had packed up my room into trash bags and that he wasn't going to take abuse from his adult child. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. I was crying a bunch and my stepmom was yelling at my dad. She gave me one of her credit cards and told me to call her if she ever needed anything, and I have been staying at my mom's ever since, which isn't great. She and her husband kind of do their own thing and I just feel like I bother them. I recently broke up with my boyfriend too, and he's been kind of bothering me, and I asked my dad to tell him to stop, but he told me that I need to deal with my own issues on my own. So I asked my stepdad, which was embarrassing because I don't know him very well and I don't know if he even fixed the situation, and he just seemed annoyed until my mom finally talked to my ex. He finally left me alone, but now his friends keep messing with me online and in person at school. My senior night for my team is this weekend. I wanted my dad there and I told him I would buy him lunch this past weekend for us to talk. I told him I knew that what I said was wrong and I wasn't trying to make excuses, but I was feeling so bad and was so upset about the dance, and him calling me high maintenance and spoiled also hurt. He said that he knew emotions were high, but I was an adult and actions have consequences. I get that, but if I was the first teenager to fight with their parents, I would understand. I'm a good kid. I have a scholarship and a job, and I know kids who have gotten like DUIs and their parents still love them and let them live with them. That's a really sad reality though, because she's not wrong. He said he loved me, but I needed to learn consequences and that he would still go to my senior night, but I told him, don't bother. I had wanted all 4 of them to walk me, but now I just want to walk myself. I don't feel supported by any of them and I just paid and then I went to leave. He told me that if I didn't let him walk me at senior night, I could kiss ever moving back in with him ever again. kiss goodbye, I'm assuming. I told him that was fine. I was just so done trying to convince him that I was worthy of living at his house. If my parents weren't divorced, it wouldn't even be a question if I'm allowed to live with my own dad. I'm fine with my decision. I have so many other things going on. My ex's friends are giving me problems. I'm playing like garbage anyways and will probably be benched soon, so it doesn't matter. But my grandparents and even my stepmom have called and asked me to answer my dad's calls and talk to him. And they have said that I have upset them. I'm not trying to upset them, but I am just not in a good place to deal with all of this right now, and I don't want anyone there. There's a part of me that doesn't even want to walk that night. Now, of course, I want your opinions down in the comment section, always, especially the parents. But we're gonna check out what Reddit is saying, because we all know the real tea and gossip comes from the comment section on Reddit. First comment. Not the a-hole. Your dad made a very heated and drastic move. His actions have consequences too. If he truly wanted to try to make amends, he would find a proper way instead of guilt-tripping you through family members. Try to control your temper in heat of the moment situations next time. And don't let people who don't make you feel supported and successful ruin your moments like your grad walk. OP wrote back and said, it's not for graduation, it's for a senior night since I'm on a varsity team. I generally do control my temper. Everything is just so overwhelming right now, and I felt so sick when it happened. He just doesn't understand how bad the food makes me feel. I was wondering what a walk was. I'm like, a senior walk? Is that like graduation? I'm happy that she clarified because I've never heard of senior night and walk. I also was not on any sports teams, so that might be why. That's not true. I was on sports team. Wasn't I? Have to think. Listen, high school was a long time ago. I was on the track and field team and the dance team. You know, I will say though, I killed it in track and field. Your girl was a sprinter and she was good at it. I went to OFSA, all right? Gotta give some credit to myself.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Next comment. What are his consequences for calling you spoiled over a medical issue? Not the a-hole. Your father is a giant a-hole, and I'm glad at least your stepmom recognizes that. Sorry you can't eat meat. OP responded and said, they say I probably can one day eat meat again. I don't like pork, not for religious reasons. I just like pigs. And can have poultry, but I can't stand vegetarian protein stuff. I know I need to try more. He said I was spoiled for being angry about missing my dance. He knows what I can eat and still made it, and I blamed him. Next up, this is what the OP had to say on wanting to have parents supporting and being in her corner. OP said, I get that, but I do want to have my parents in my life. All my friends are close with theirs. If they need money, they have no issues asking them, and they even go to them with personal issues. I don't even bother my parents with that stuff. I just wish I had people in my corner for once in my life. Next comment, OP responds on getting therapy and seek for mental health assistance. She said, I've tried getting therapy. I found one place that was only $80 copay, but neither of them wanted to pay for it, and I barely make $100 a week. My mom said it's not necessary. I've tried. That's for in-network. I spent hours the other day trying to find something. I even called the insurance company and pretended I was my mom to see either option, but there aren't any that I can afford. I know my school has free counseling next year, so hopefully it's good. Oh, that makes me so happy to know that schools, maybe some, do free counseling for students. I mean, it's technically not free because you're paying to be in school. So technically not free at all, but you know what I mean. They're offering it. There's no extra additional charge on top of your tuition to have counseling. Next comment, OP explains how her father hasn't been very helpful for her when it comes to dealing with issues. She said, yes, he apologized for not telling me about the beef stock when I asked if there were any red meat products in the meal, but I would have just made myself something else, no problem. But then I had to miss the dance, which made my ex blow up on me, so I broke up with him. So now he and all his friends are just constantly harassing me, and I'm sick of them calling me a salute and a hooer, or making accounts to harass me outside of school. I tried handling it on my own, but then my ex involved his friends, and now it is worse than ever. I asked my mom and stepdad for help, and it was okay for a day or so, but then it just got worse. The school doesn't care. I just wanted my dad to talk to my ex or something and get him to stop, because I can hardly focus on school, much less sports, and now my family issues because of all of this. I might be an adult, but I am still in high school, and yeah, maybe I'm not in danger, but I can't handle this. I went into it thinking that even if he didn't let me move back in, but at least tried to help me with my ex, I would want him at senior night, but he won't even help me with that. We have some updates as always, but first we're gonna hydrate. Drink some water. I'm using my snowflake cup again because it's so cute. And even though it's technically after the holidays, I like to keep the spirit going. Cheers. You guys, we're out for breakfast right now, and this was Toronto on December 28th of 1925. Is that not so cool? All right, so the update came a bit over 1 month later. Now we are at December 2nd. 2025. I know it's been a while since I posted about my senior night, but basically I didn't even end up going, and I kind of forgot about it. After all that, you never even went to your senior night? My coach isn't like a super nice guy or anything, but my ex's friends, the ones who had been harassing me after my mom had finally gotten my ex to leave me alone, accidentally did so in front of him. So they were punished, and I was really hoping that that would be the end of it. But it wasn't, and a few days later when I was at school, they did something bad. I don't want to elaborate, but they were arrested. Oh, so bad. And the ones whose parents could afford to have them out on bail, but I know that 2 of them didn't get bailed out. My ex wasn't there, but he was charged with something else. I have a guess of what this could be. I have a few. I don't like this. He is over 18, but still got bail, and they ended up dropping the charges on him. It might be my fault. I know it's stupid, but before it happened, I had deleted all of his messages because it was really stressful having them on my phone. My mom keeps pushing for them to get a warrant for the deleted messages, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere, and honestly, I don't know if it would even matter. I have a restraining order for all of them though, which is good. There's a lady I will call Gail. I don't know if she's a social worker or actually a cop, but she's been very nice and helpful. She told me that if they don't take plea deals, there will be multiple trials, and I will have to testify at all of them. I asked her when the trials would be because the school I am going to is far away, but she said not to worry about that. I just don't want to be in my new life and I have to miss classes or something. I also really don't want to testify, and I just hope that they take deals, even if it means that they won't be punished as much. Like, I know they have rights and there's allegedly still a constitution in America, but the idea of testifying at multiple trials makes me want to die. I've seen videos of people making fun of women who testify too, and I can't handle that. So I really hope they take deals. I guess if they could just combine all the trials and I only had to testify at one, I would be okay with doing that, but Gail said that's not likely to happen and not to get my hopes up. She wasn't mean about that or anything. I think she was just being realistic. My mom and stepdad have been really good about everything. My stepdad and I don't really know each other that well, but he broke down and apologized and said he blames himself and that he should have done more. I don't think he should blame himself. I even told him that he's been doing nice things for me a lot and making a lot of food that I like without me doing anything in return, so I feel bad. My mom has been really nice and supportive, but I think she's taking all of this harder than I am almost, and that is annoying. Like, she just randomly cries, and it's annoying to me because nothing happened to her. I haven't said anything to her about that though. I mean, I'm not a parent, but I can, if it was something bad and they were arrested, I feel like even the thought of your daughter in any kind of harm or pain or any of that, whether it's physical or emotional, I feel like that would destroy a mother's heart. I'm not a mom, but I can imagine. Thought of your kid going through anything like that would probably want to make you break down and would probably break your heart. Like, I don't need her acting like I'm still a kid and cutting up my food for me. I can do that. I haven't talked to my dad. I don't want to. The day before the party, I had begged my dad again to say something to one of the guys' dads because they work together, but my dad left my text message on read. So I guess I kind of blame him. I know that's wrong, but I don't want to see or hear from him, so I blocked him. I didn't even want him to know what happened. I know the police went to my mom's house to tell her and was kind of hoping that since I was over 18, they wouldn't tell him, but since he is still my emergency contact, they did. I fixed that for the future. He has talked to my mom, but she said I don't need to talk to him or even think about him right now. He has sent a bunch of letters to my mom's house for a week or whatever. It was every day, but now it is less often. But I didn't read any, and my mom said she just set them aside for now. I told her that she could throw them away, but I don't think she did. I mean, I am sure he feels bad, but I don't want to hear him apologize or try to comfort me. I wanted his help before all of this and to have tried to stop it from happening, but he didn't do anything. So that's why I blame him and not even my mom or stepdad. They at least tried to do something before all of this, even if what they said didn't work. I don't think I will forgive him. I know he's hurting, but I can't worry about his feelings. I know this sounds bad, but I'm not his only kid, and he has my brothers too, so I don't feel guilty. Like, I'm not stopping him from being a dad forever to anyone, you know? Plus, I'm an adult now, and I can choose who can and cannot comfort me. I have a therapist now. She's fine. I wish I could have a different one because her voice kind of annoys me. I don't think they let you change therapists because of that, though. I actually hate therapy, to be honest, and I wish my mom would stop making it a big deal that I go. I don't want to tell her that it is kind of nice being the one in charge of my relationship with my dad and not vice versa. That's probably bad, but it's true. Plus, I kind of have a I don't give a attitude lately, and I probably would just say to his face that I blame him and that this is his fault, and I know that it isn't fair. So not talking to him is the right thing to do. I also had to block my stepmom. She texted my aunt that it's nice just being them and their kids and not having any drama in their house, and it got back to me. So I'm just giving them what they want. Like, I wonder if either of them actually ever really loved or cared about me. Maybe kicking me out when I turned 18 was the plan all along, and that's why he did it over something so stupid. And again, they have my brothers, so they're not missing out on anything with me. Everyone at school knows, but they've all been nice. Like, not even just my team and friends, but everyone there has been nice. Like, really nice. I don't think they're being fake or anything, but if they are, I told my therapist that was fine because I'd rather them be nice and fake than be mean and authentic right now. Fair point. I was kind of nervous because I'm not popular or anything at school. I'm not a loser or anything, but I just kind of do my own thing. The only other person in my class who is going to my college is this one popular guy, and he promised me he wouldn't tell anyone at our college about this. I know people will probably still find out, but that was nice of him. He's been talking to me more, even outside of school, like we were on a break part of last week, and he still reached out. It kind of feels like he's trying to hype me up for college, which is nice, because at first I am kind of thinking about taking a year or something off, but I know I should. I think his parents both went to the school and he's obsessed with it, so he keeps sending me things going on there. His older sister also goes there, and he said he's going a week early to stay with her, and he invited me. Does he like you? Are we just friends? Because he's going above and beyond to check in on you, you know? Maybe this is the start of a love college story. I know it's a while away, and I told him I would think about it. I don't really want to, but it's one of those things where I feel like even if I don't enjoy it, it would be good for me long term to go and meet people before freshman week starts. So I don't know what I'll do about my dad. I was thinking about calling him at Christmas, but maybe I won't. My brothers have told my grandma they want to see me at Christmas, but it might be because I always get them good gifts. Maybe I can go over to their house for a little. Mom and her husband don't do much like decorate or celebrate Christmas, and my dad's side is really festive, so I kind of miss that. I will probably do the more Christmassy things in town with my best friend's family. I know my mom and stepdad would do them if I asked, but maybe I'll just go with her family. So I don't know. My mom asked me if there's anything my dad could do for me to listen or talk to him, and I told her I would just think about it. Luckily, she has only asked once, so I'm not saying never. I'm just not interested right now. But I'm excited about the future and going to college, and I think I'll just focus on that. However, some people had some questions in the comments and we got some answers. Someone asked, does your dad know what your stepmother said? If he does and he has done nothing, there's nothing to say to him. Let him have his wretched wife and go on with life without him. A good parent doesn't kick their child out of the house when that parent has endangered them because of gross negligence. He's already a failure in many ways. Add his wife and not sure what his redeeming quality is. Your grandmother could facilitate seeing your brothers without seeing your dad. As you have said in the post, you may not be in the headspace to see him. Adding the pressure of Christmas on top of that is probably not the best idea. Your mom is emotional because she knows you've been hurt and it's bad, but she can't do anything for you. Good moms want to take the bullet for their kids and spare them any hurt or hardship. She can't do that now, and it's hard. No, it didn't happen to her, but it happened to her baby, and watching her baby hurt is very difficult. It is not on you to comfort her or support her or shield her. I'm just trying to explain. That's what I was saying. OP responded and said, I don't know if he knows what my stepmom said. I doubt she even knows that I know. My cousin just saw the text on her mom's phone and told me. She might have just been venting or something, but I don't care. I don't know if they'll let me see just them without my parents there, but I can ask my grandma. I don't know if they'll let me know what's happened, and I won't tell them or anything, but maybe they don't want my brothers to be part of it. I don't know. Next question, someone asked, have you read the letters that your father has sent you? I am so nosy and curious as to what's in the letters. OP said, I don't know. I did not read the letters. He could still think he did nothing wrong, and even if he did, it's not like he's sending them every day like he was before. So I feel like probably in a few months they'll just stop, and in time he will just forget about it all. He might already be starting to forget, and maybe that's for the best. My therapist had me write my dad a letter but not send it, and it wasn't very nice, and that's how I know I probably shouldn't talk to him for a while. I feel like I blame him more than my ex and his friends for what happened. Yes, they are awful, but it's supposed to be my dad's job to take care of me and keep me safe, and instead he threw me away like trash. And maybe he's just trying to connect with me because it looks bad that I won't talk to him. I'm sure he'll get over it. This time next year, he probably won't even be thinking about it or me. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll ever forget about it, ever. I really need some parents' opinions here because dealing with teenagers might be a difficult thing, and I'm wondering if you agree with dad's initial approach. Obviously not with the ex-boyfriend and the horrible thing that happened, but the school dance, the meal, was he right to caboot her out of the house and then demand she can only move back in if he's allowed to walk on senior night? Everything. I want to know how you think these parents handled everything, and also her. Also her. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.